Greetings YouTube, Joe here with Cullination Media, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. This is episode number 70, and in this episode we're going to continue on through the Cipher Key Lair, and by continue on, I mean kind of sort of start. And we begin with Cipher peon Huma, and he has a Seviper and a Murkrow. Not that difficult of a combination, especially because we have Zaprong and Vibrava coming out, so that's a pretty good combination for us to take this team on. Let's see what I want to do here. We'll probably Thunder Punch Murkrow and get him out of the way because he's the most annoying. And then work on Seviper because he has a pretty decent chance of, whatchamacallit? Poisoning. Yes, that's what I was trying to get out. It just would not come out. I couldn't form the words. Murkrow goes down very easily to a Thunder Punch, obviously. And Paris is going to come out, the grass and bug type Pokemon from the Kanto region. And as you can see, it is a Shadow Pokemon. And this battle is an extremely critical battle, not because of necessarily its difficulty or even its impact as far as the storyline goes, but rather the fact that it is the first battle of the game in which two Shadow Pokemon at once are introduced, and you'll see that as soon as we can knock this Seviper out, which hopefully is soon. But I did get a Dragon Breath off on Paris. We're going to try a Thunder Wave to get it paralyzed, and we probably won't have to weaken it too much more because we do have Net Balls to use, and Paris has a fairly high catch rate, so we should be okay. It shouldn't be that big of a problem. Got him paralyzed there. Then we're going to go for the Sand Tomb on Seviper, except that it missed, which kind of sucks. Poison Tail, not very effective on Vibrava, obviously because of his ground type. Don't poison, thank you. And Paris can't move because of paralysis, which is just awesome. Now we can knock out Seviper and probably catch that Paris all in one turn. Let's see. We'll go for the Psychic with Zaprong on Seviper. And then we should be able to, let's see, I have Net Balls, right? I better. Yeah, I do. I have 5. That should mostly get us through this Cipher Key Lair. There's like 5, maybe 6 water and bug types to capture. So they're kind of all over the place. So make sure you come prepared with Net Balls. It will make your life so much easier. And as you can see, Paris stays in it fairly easily. I mean, it still was in the green for health, so yeah. Alright, and the next Shadow Pokemon of the battle is Growlithe. And Growlithe is amazing. If you don't have a Fire type already, I suggest you use this Growlithe regardless of what its ability is. It has the chance to have Intimidate or Flash Fire. This one obviously has Flash Fire because Intimidate will lower your attack at the very beginning of the battle as soon as it hits the field. That didn't happen, so by process of elimination, I'm going to go with Flash Fire, which is still a good ability. I mean, if you use it correctly. I would suggest if it does have the Flash Fire ability that I would team it up with somebody else that knows Flamethrower, like a Dragon type or something, and then, you know, use Flamethrower or whatever fire move you have on Growlithe to raise his own firepower. That's just my suggestion. We got him paralyzed, and Dragon Breath, which didn't do a whole lot of damage, which is good news. And he's paralyzed and can't move, so this is just great. The one thing that is a little bit unfortunate is that Growlithe requires a Firestone to evolve, so you had to have gotten it from the SS Libra and not used it on Vulpix. If you did, you're kind of out of luck because you're not going to find another Firestone, so... But I wasn't planning on using Growlithe anyway, so I'm fine with Ninetales. Growlithe does like to use the Shadow Wave move, which will attack both of your Pokemon at the same time, but it's just not going to do that much damage. I mean, it's only at level, what, 28? And it is unevolved, and at this point, most of your Pokemon probably are in their final form or close to it, so you should be okay in that respect. We're going to go for a Great Ball here because I'm very, very afraid to attack this thing again. Because with my luck, I'm going to kill it. The problem with having... Oh, awesome. He stayed in the ball. The problem with having 2 Shadow Pokemon per battle is that the chances of you knocking out one of them just go up that much more. And for me, I don't like to have to go to Myra B to catch any of the Shadow Pokemon. In fact, in this playthrough so far, I haven't had to do that except for Nose Pass, which you have to catch from Myra B, and Voltorb, which you have to catch from Myra B. So, hoping to keep that streak going by capturing all the Shadow Pokemon the first time through. Alright, so Zapron grew up to level 36, so I'm going to switch him out for this next battle. And I believe... Oh, that was that Nose Pass? Alright, I guess he's ready to be purified. But for this next battle, I believe this is also a Shadow Pokemon battle. Although I believe this trainer only has one Shadow Pokemon. Could be wrong about that, but let's see. Gorog, Shelder, and Rhyhorn. Yes, this is an interesting battle because he actually begins with his Shadow Pokemon instead of having it come out last. And before you get your hopes up, it isn't Rhyhorn. It's Shelder, the Water-type Pokemon. It does evolve into a Water and Ice-type Pokemon, Cloyster. And you do need a Water Stone for that, but you can pick that up at Phoenix Stadium. It's in one of the chests that is in the perimeter of the room there. So I'm going to go for a Heat Wave because both of these Pokemon have awful special defense. As you can see, it takes away half of Shelder's HP and half of Rhyhorn's HP. In fact, a little bit more than half of Rhyhorn's. We'll use Dragon Breath and get rid of Rhyhorn immediately because... what was I thinking? Ah, yes. The Rock and Ground type is effective on Ninetales, so I didn't want to risk anything there. Shelder's going to go for the Shadow Blitz, so it's really not that powerful of a Pokemon. You don't have to worry about it like killing you or anything like that. So I'm going to just leave this Shelder on the field and focus on the other Pokemon for now, because it's really not that dangerous. Okay, so Flamethrower does a good amount of damage to that Swalot, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this Dragon Breath kills it. Please. No! Ugh. Damn Swalot. I can't stand Swalot. He's one of my least favorite Pokemon ever. He's a pure poison type. He's from the Hoenn region, and he's the evolved form of Gulpin, so you can actually get him in this game if you, for some strange reason, decide to train the Gulpin at the beginning of the game. Of course, it gets a critical hit with Sludge, and it poisons him. Awesome. See, this is why I hate this thing. It sucks, but it always happens to get lucky. Oh, okay. Well, instead of trying to attack Shelder again, I'm going to go for a Net Ball. That should keep him in there because it does have 3 times effectiveness on Water-type Pokemon, so we're going to go for that. And then we'll use Vibrava to finally get rid of that Swalot. And I would imagine that Ninetales might end up dying from poisoning in this battle. Oh well. Shelder stays in the ball, which is awesome. That's 3 Shadow Pokemon in a row in this episode already. And Golbat's next. Vibrava's going to go for the Crunch. Goodbye, Swalot. It took 3 hits and it's only at level 29. That is sad, my friends. You guys need to get stronger. Vibrava grows up to level 36. We have Golbat and Sharpedo left to deal with here. Golbat obviously is a poison and flying type Pokemon, so we shouldn't have too much trouble with that because its defenses aren't that bulky or anything. Sharpedo might be a little bit of a different story because I don't have anything that is effective on it as far as typing goes. It is very fragile, but it's also quick and fast. It has a lot of attack power. Golbat goes down easily to a Flamethrower, and I have a bad feeling that Ninetales is going to bite the dust here in this turn. Dragon Breath on Sharpedo, see how much damage that does, and Dragon Breath really isn't that powerful of a move. Gets the Paralysis condition, which is always nice, but Bite is going to knock out Ninetales, and there's nothing we can do about it. Ninetales took a beating there. Okay, let's send out Lairon because we're pretty much guaranteed to get the KO here, so it'll be some easy experience for Lairon, which we always need because he takes the longest to level up out of all of our Pokemon. He just takes forever. Yeah, but he's totally worth it, especially once he evolves again. I think it's at level 42, something like that. We're getting there. 7 more levels. Alright, well, we defeated Gorog, we captured a Shadow Pokemon, and we got a lot of money for it, too. Hell yeah. Alright, let's get this item. It is a PP Up. Yay, I probably won't use that. So you want to go up the stairs and go back down the stairs so that you can push the Pokefood block the other way and access the stairs down here. And there's another battle. So I need to switch Ninetales out. I'll switch Lairon into the starting position. And we'll put Vaporeon up at the front as well. And we'll just head down the stairs. And there's 2 item chests here. But in order to open either of them, or both of them in this case, we have to battle Cypher Peon Gelston. No Shadow Pokemon in this battle. And it's just a straight battle. It's a kind of a bad battle. I recommend bringing Fire and Ice type Pokemon into this battle because I believe they're all grass types, or all grass and bug types that you're fighting. Regardless, Roselia and Hoppip are the starting Pokemon, both at level 32. Roselia is grass and poison, while Hoppip is grass and flying. So we're going to go for the Ice Beam with Vaporeon to knock out Hoppip very easily because it has the quad weakness to Ice. And I don't want to risk getting put to sleep or Stun Spore because they like to use those types of moves. Masquerain is the replacement, and it is indeed a bug and flying type Pokemon. Kind of sucks that it has the Intimidate ability though, because when it switches in for that Intimidate ability, now Lairon's attack is lowered. Even though he didn't get to attack yet, which sucks. Iron Tail, hopefully will do some decent damage. And, oh, it knocks out Roselia anyway. Awesome. Cannot complain about that. Sweet. Alright, and we have the advantage over Masquerain with Ice Beam. And then Blossom is the last Pokemon. This thing is pretty special bulky, so a lot of times Flamethrower and Ice Beam will just barely not knock it out. It just has a knack for surviving, like so. A little bit more than 1 HP, I would guess, but still. Iron Tail from Lairon gets rid of that Blossom, and again, we're going to avoid the Stun Spore, Sleep Powder stuff that they like to use. And I'd much rather take a Psybeam, even if I get confused, which I'm hoping I don't. Not that it matters, though, because I have that awesome yellow flute to use. Alright, so the luck is in our favor this time, because Iron Tail hasn't missed either. We'll use Ice Beam, and that should knock out this Masquerain in 1 hit. Right? Right! Get out of here. Get some decent experience there. Lairon should grow up to level 36 in the next battle. And that's going to do it for Gelston. Losing to a boy like you, I'll be put out on the street. Yeah, you're going to lose your job for losing to a little kid. Let's grab these items. 1 rare candy, always useful. And 3 Ultra Balls, which we will be using a lot of later on. I think I'm going to stop this episode here, guys. I'm going to go back and heal, but first I have to go up and down the stairs, which is kind of annoying. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and please stay tuned for episode number 71. Game on!